Coming up in tonight's news, the We Village That program has celebrated outstanding residents from Halfway Tree. National Caribbean Insurance has introduced a new card that settles health insurance claims on the spot, and the Department of Gender Affairs has held a conference aimed at helping adolescent boys make healthier and more informed choices. We'll have the details of these stories and others after the break.
It's game on. And you may not be able to predict the scoreline or who will win each game. And you sure can't predict who will be the champion. But what is predictable is that Quartz has what you need to watch the games the way you want to every time. It's game on. Quartz, bringing value home.
It's something that you can't put into words. A buzz in the air. From the time you wake up, you're ready to go. The freedom, the fantasy, the bet. To know it is to live it and love it. You have to experience it. If you know, you know. Angostura White Oak Rum. New look, same vibes inside.
Welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I am Jamie Morris. The Department of Cultural Heritage's We Village Dat program has continued its community outreach, this time turning its attention to the Halfway Tree community. On Thursday, May 21st, a group of residents were honored for their contributions to community life across a range of fields. Among those recognized were Uriel Hensley for his service in national security as both a police and fire officer, Eugenia Johnson for her work as an organist, Violet Jones for her contribution to education as a teacher, Wingrove Herbert for his service as a police officer, Alec George Warner for entrepreneurship, and Tezori Green for his skills in carpentry and joinery. Two young creatives were also recognized. Kamari Vera received an award for painting and Nashawn Williams for masquerade dancing. Veronica Charles was presented with the Community Spirit Award. The awards were presented by Minister with Responsibility for Cultural Heritage and Parliamentary Representative for Constituency 4, Samal Duggins. With the second of the series now complete, the We Village Dat initiative is expected to continue in other communities throughout the Federation. In other news, National Caribbean Insurance has launched a new WellCare card that allows health insurance claims to be settled in real time at the point of care. The company's Deputy Chief Executive Officer, Rayburn Boyce, told ZIZ News last week that members can now access their benefits immediately at healthcare providers without having to wait for reimbursement.
And this NCI WellCare card is going to do just that in terms of improve the turnaround time for the settlement of claims, because it's a method of settling claims in real time. And
Boyce says the process is straightforward. Members simply present their card and identification at the point of service.
That is, you present your ID, the card is swiped to determine that you are eligible and covered by NCI. The doctor would enter whatever information he or she needs to enter, and the system automatically determines the benefits, the payout, and provides that information to the provider on the spot. That
WellCare card is part of NCI's broader effort to modernize its services and deliver better customer experience through digital health solutions. Also in local news, the Department of Gender Affairs has hosted a conference for adolescent boys, bringing young men together to discuss some of the key challenges they face growing up. The session was held at the Kuna Conference Room on Thursday under the theme Promoting Healthy Choices, Responsible Relationships, Educational Success, and Consent. Participants heard from speakers on sexual and reproductive health, healthy relationships, legal awareness, and the importance of staying in school. Gender Field Officer Tchaikovsky York welcomed the group and spoke to the importance of creating spaces where adolescent boys can engage openly and build the knowledge and life skills needed to make better decisions. The conference forms part of the National Gender Policy and Action Plan, which aims to strengthen support systems for young people and keep students engaged in their education. Coming up next, Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew addressed the launch of a new CARICOM UN framework advancing a public health approach to crime and violence prevention. And Senator Iselene Phillips says crime prevention requires early intervention and community partnerships. The details of these stories after this.
This summer, the Caribbean's premier music experience returns. Welcome to the 28th edition of the St. Kitts Music Festival, featuring the incredible Kilani, Fantasia, Beres Hammond, Luciano, Soca King Marshall Montano, Soca Sensation Voice, and Vaughn. Dancehall giant Movado, Idonia, and the new wave, Valiant. Also featuring Massacre, Cranium, Taurus Riley, Steel Pulse, Dean Fraser and the Black Soil Band, Shanil Mir, Diani, Rodney Tatat, and Zoo. The legendary New Vibes Band International, Brandon and ASAP Band, Shelly and Signal Band, plus Edwin Yearwood and Crossfire, Lucas HE, and Garlic and the Upper Level Band. June 25th to June 27th, Warner Park Cricket Stadium, St. Kitts. Get your tickets now at stkittsmusicfestival.com. The St. Kitts Music Festival, where music meets paradise.
Every dream begins with a vision, a blank piece of land, a simple sketch on paper, or a conversation around the dinner table. At Horsford's Building and Nevis Centers, we believe that every home starts with hope and ends with something real. From the first brick to the final nail, we are there. We don't just supply materials, we partner in progress, step by step, wall by wall, room by room. We help build lives, futures, and legacies. This is more than construction. It's transformation. It's elevation. It's trust. Dream with us, grow with us, build with us. Because your dream deserves more than just materials. It deserves a partner that builds with heart. Horsford's Building and Nevis Centers. Dream with us, grow with us, build with us.
Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank life is nice. You can spend it when you want it, how you like, where you like. Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank life is nice. Home or away, any time of the day. Credit or debit, right in your pocket. With National Bank card, so many benefits. Oh yeah, the choice is yours. Just come and embrace it.
Live your life your way with purchases big or small. Mango, nuts, breadfruit and all.
You can spend it when you want it, how you like, where you like. Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank life is nice.
At The Cable, we believe in giving back because when our community thrives, we all do. That's why, as a company, we make it our mission to touch the lives of everyone in St. Kitts. We spearheaded the renovation of JNF Hospital lobby to ensure better care for all. The Cable sponsors free Wi-Fi in every community center across St. Kitts, so no one is left behind in an increasingly connected world. We stand with communities through every moment, big or small, in culture, education, youth development, and more. Y a ti también, Comunidad Latina. Cuenta con nosotros. Estamos con ustedes. And when it comes to customer service, we set the standard. We're just a call, click, or visit away because you matter to us. Join the company that truly cares. The Cable, more than service. We're family. Somos familia. And we're proud to always give more where it matters.
Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew has called for a regional shift from reaction to prevention in addressing crime and violence across the Caribbean. The Prime Minister was addressing the official launch of the CARICOM UNDP diagnostic document and the CARICOM UN Action Framework on Crime and Violence Prevention, held at the Marriott Hotel in Frigate Bay on May 21st and 22nd. The two-day hybrid event brought together regional governments, development partners, judicial representatives, security experts, and United Nations agencies to build a more coordinated approach to prevention. The initiative focuses on moving the region away from a response-driven model and towards a public health and human security approach that treats crime and violence as development challenges rooted in social conditions, family stability, health, education, and opportunity.
Always held that nothing can really be done unless there's political will. The political will is what allows us to be able to implement policies and to put whatever is necessary behind it to get it done. Always.
Dr. Drew welcomed the framework as an important step in building regional consensus, emphasizing that crime and violence cannot be viewed only through a law enforcement lens.
That the answer is not only law enforcement. I want to stress that law enforcement and the judicial system are critically important. Please, I want that to be said as well. So I'm not downplaying that in any way. I'm simply saying that that alone is not the answer. And invariably, when law enforcement and the judicial system really get involved, is at the end of a long process of bringing somebody to that.
Discussions are also examining how governments, health systems, social services, justice institutions, and community organizations can better align resources to address the root causes of violence and build long-term resilience.
Science. This is data-driven, intelligence-guided. This is not guesswork. Just as you go up, if you don't do anything to counteract gravity, you will fall down. If you implement this, this would be the result that you would see.
The Prime Minister said the framework offers a practical pathway towards stronger regional coordination, sustainable financing, and long-term violence reduction across the Caribbean. Also in local news, St. Kitts and Nevis' approach to crime prevention must go beyond law enforcement and include community partnerships, early intervention, and social investment. That message came from Senator Iselene Phillip on Thursday at the launch of a CARICOM UNDP framework intended to build crime prevention ecosystems through a public health approach. Phillip, who co-chairs the National Advisory Council on Human Security and Well-being, said community policing programs are helping to rebuild trust between security forces and communities through greater engagement and visible presence.
Community policing programs have been launched and are being carried out, where you see we have the Commissioner of Police here in the picture actually doing walkthroughs. And we have members of the police forces, defense forces now doing more community patrols and connecting with people and the neighborhood, because the trust and the partnership between the police force and the community is very necessary to fighting crime.
Senator Phillips said partnerships and early intervention remain critical to reducing crime and violence, particularly among young people. She pointed to successful national initiatives, including anti-violence school engagements, support programs for at-risk students, and rehabilitation programs aimed at reducing the risk of reoffending.
We think about how do we apply interventions to the justice and legal system, the penal system. We have to think about how we can go from simply increasing the number of incarcerations and sentencing to how do we actually do more to rehabilitate and restore so that we can actually transform. Because you know what happens when we only focus on throwing people in prison? We just have to build more prisons. And that doesn't really solve the problem. We just now have more violent people locked up. And so we have to think about what do we need to do, what can we do within our penal system, within our justice code, to offer more options for rehabilitation, restoration, and transformation. And so here in St. Kitts and Nevis, we do have institutions that are intended to support that. We have a juvenile rehabilitation facility. We also have strong programs through the Elevate. Elevate is a very comprehensive, multidimensional program that seeks to rehabilitate and reduce recidivism of those who have been convicted or of those who are seen to be along that path.
She also stressed the importance of ongoing investment in education, youth development, family support, and other social programs designed to address the root causes of violence. She said effective crime prevention requires long-term commitment, strong data collection, and greater support for community organizations and social safety nets.
But of course, we also need to balance that with investing in our social systems and social programs, the programs that actually create the social protection safety nets. So yes, that means we do need more strategic investments in foster care programs. We do need more strategic investments in rehabilitative centers, institutions. We need more strategic investment in social programs that actually target families and parents to support them. And so financing, the way we think about it, has to be a bit more child-friendly and child-focused. But of course,
Phillips said St. Kitts and Nevis remains committed to helping advance the regional conversation on community-driven and preventative approaches to crime reduction. Coming up after the break, Guyana is turning to one of its oldest historic sites as the country prepares to celebrate its 60th independence anniversary. The details when we come back.
At The Cable, we believe in giving back because when our community thrives, we all do. That's why, as a company, we make it our mission to touch the lives of everyone in St. Kitts. We spearheaded the renovation of JNF Hospital lobby to ensure better care for all. The Cable sponsors free Wi-Fi in every community center across St. Kitts, so no one is left behind in an increasingly connected world. We stand with communities through every moment, big or small, in culture, education, youth development, and more. Y a ti también, comunidad latina. Cuenta con nosotros. Estamos con ustedes. And when it comes to customer service, we set the standard. We're just a call, click, or visit away because you matter to us. Join the company that truly cares. The Cable, more than service. We're family. Somos familia. And we're proud to always give more where it matters.
Looking for a new vehicle? Horsford's automotive division has exactly what you need. Reliable performance, modern design, and a team committed to getting you on the road with confidence. From everyday drives to exciting upgrades, quality and service come standard. Ready to refresh your home? Visit Ashley Furniture Home Store at Horsford's. Discover statement pieces, stylish accents, and comfort designed to elevate your space instantly. Planning a project? The Building Center provides premium paints mixed to perfection and expert guidance every step of the way. Bring your ideas to life with ease. Automotive, home style, building essentials, all in one trusted destination. Make it simple. Make it smart. Experience everything Horsford's has to offer today. Try Horsford's first.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now. If you need cash in a flash with now, no need to fuss, leave it to us. When you need cash in a flash, no need to fuss, leave it to us. Hear me now.
When life throws surprises your way, now's here to help. Whether it's for an urgent bill payment, home improvements, or unexpected health expenses, or even that last-minute holiday trip. With Now, you get cash in a flash, approved in just 24 hours.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now.
A loan product powered by National Bank.
Welcome back. Guyana is turning to one of its oldest historic sites as the country prepares to celebrate a major national milestone. This year's 60th independence anniversary celebrations will be hosted on Fort Island in the Essequibo River, a location of rich national significance. According to Guyana's Department of Public Information, the island is now being highlighted not just as a historic landmark, but as a symbol of Guyanese identity and resilience. As the morning sun rises over Fort Island, the remains of centuries-old Dutch structures still stand along the Essequibo River, silent reminders of the colonial battles that once shaped the region. The island, measuring just 3 miles long and 1.5 miles wide, was once a major Dutch defense post against rival European powers, including the French, Spanish, and British. The Department of Public Information says Fort Zeelandia was built in 1744 by the Dutch West India Company and named after a province in the Netherlands. But even before the fort was completed, the island, then known as Flag Island, had already become a center of colonial administration. At the time, the capital of Essequibo was located farther upriver at Fort Kaikoforol. However, colonial leaders reportedly believed that location was too vulnerable. In 1742, Dutch commander Lawrence Storm van Gravesand secured approval for a stronger military outpost to protect the colony and its growing economic interests. The fort was completed in just 2 years. By 1748, Fort Island officially became the administrative center of Essequibo. The building, now known as the Dutch Heritage Museum, once served as the court of policy, the colony's main seat of governance and decision-making. The Department of Public Information says it is now recognized as the oldest political institution in Guyana. In 1999, the government declared Fort Zeelandia and the Court of Policy national monuments, formally recognizing their historical importance. Today, the island is home to just over 100 residents, but it continues to attract thousands of visitors annually who come to experience one of the Caribbean's best preserved Dutch heritage sites. Coming up in international news, authorities in Washington, D.C. are investigating a deadly shooting near the White House on Saturday evening. More when we return.
Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI, always here for you, always, NCI is here for you, always, whole life, term life for your peace, healthcare, health plans, no worries, home shield coverage, you're safe, choose NCI to secure your space, life challenges will come your way, but NCI brightens your day, through your life's journey, we're here to stay, NCI will protect you all the way, whole life, term life, for your peace, healthcare, health plans, no worries, home shield coverage, you're safe, choose NCI to secure your space, trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI, always here for you, always, NCI is here for you, always.
Authorities in Washington, D.C. are investigating a deadly shooting near the White House after a gunman opened fire at a Secret Service checkpoint Saturday evening. Officials say the suspect was killed after Secret Service officers returned fire. A bystander was also injured during the incident. According to the U.S. Secret Service, the shooting happened near 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest, close to the Eisenhower Executive Office building, just steps away from the White House complex. Law enforcement sources told CBS News that between 15 and 30 gunshots were fired during the confrontation. Secret Service officers reportedly engaged the suspect after shots were fired at a security checkpoint. The gunman was struck by return fire and later died at a nearby hospital. President Donald Trump was reportedly at the White House at the time of the shooting. However, a Secret Service spokesperson said the president was not harmed and was never in danger. CBS News, citing a person familiar with the investigation, identified the suspect as 21-year-old Nazir Best. Sources say Best previously had an encounter with the Secret Service in July 2025 after allegedly attempting to gain access to the White House grounds. He was reportedly arrested at that time and later sent to a psychiatric facility for mental health treatment. Multiple reporters who were on the White House North Lawn said they heard what sounded like gunfire shortly after 6 p.m. Eastern Time before being rushed indoors by Secret Service personnel. The White House complex was temporarily placed on lockdown as officers secured that area. The lockdown was lifted just before 7 p.m. Saturday evening. Authorities have not yet released further details on a possible motive, and the investigation remains ongoing. When we return, we will recap tonight's top stories.
In the sun or in the rain, life's a journey, joy and pain. But NCI's here day and night, always here for you, making it right. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend, always here for you, right here till the very
At National Caribbean Insurance, you are covered and secure. We're your partner, your protector, your peace of mind. So for home, for health, for life, choose NCI because we're always here for you. Always.
Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend. Always here for you. Right here till the very end. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend. Always here for you. Right here till the very end.
Here's a recap of the top stories. The We Village That program has celebrated outstanding residents from Halfway Tree. National Caribbean Insurance has introduced a new card that settles health insurance claims on the spot. And the Department of Gender Affairs has held a conference aimed at helping adolescent boys make healthier and more informed choices. That brings us to the end of the ZIZ Major Newscast. Thank you for joining us. I am Jamie Morris.